What is up, everybody?
Hello, hello. Rufo Tris, and
Geode Cracker and Collector here. What is up, y'all?
so we're here with episode 2 of the Lapidary Lounge. And as we said before, the odd episodes I guess once a month, the odd episodes will be on his channel, and then the even episodes will be on my channel. So we'll switch off the episode every other time, but the episodes will also be every other week. So just to make it a little extra confusing.
Unless they start to get super popular or something like that, then we'll change the schedule. But yeah, as of now, it's gonna be twice a month, every other week. What's up, Angie?
Hey, Angie, with the added benefit that we're live and we can interact with y'all in the chat live. So
Oh yes.
for us. So for those watching later on, make sure you join us next time live in the chat, since this is a live podcast. No editing, there is a script kind of, but no editing.
Yeah.
So anyway, quick rundown today. Hello,
Greg.
We've got Greg, we've got my, hello Nancy.
Got my Rufo in the house. Woo!
So quick rundown.
It is currently -1 degree outside, so
yeah. Nice drop here too.
It's cold. It's cold.
We got Dustin in the house too.
Ooh,
so today we're going to talk
brother.
We're going to get into what started our channels and talk about, some stuff about what got us into YouTube and everything, go back and forth on that. And then, we'll kind of also do some Q&A since it is live, obviously. But I guess we could probably just jump straight into some of the questions if you want, or we could sit and just chat for a minute first.
I was thinking about it. Obviously, guys, this is episode 2, so we're still developing as we go. I was wondering if, and I totally spaced to ask before, where would we want to, I think we should designate like 5 minutes or so for just active user comments. Would you want to do that in the beginning or the end, or how would you want to do that?
Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe as it gets more popular and people are anticipating, like when we get on and there's people waiting here, if there's enough people in the beginning, we could do that. I think there's some people here now, but or we could wait till there's more people at the end. So it kind of just depends how it plays out.
Yeah, let's do this time around. We'll go ending. Cool. Yeah, sorry. ADHD brain.
Oh no, all good. So we also got Loki just joined us.
Oh, what up, Loki? So I normally have my laptop out here with me as well, off in the corner to be able to see comments after they disappear on the screen. But my laptop's being used by Charlie for nap time and some tunes. Answer all my deepest questions on life.
Thank you, Angie. So excited I hit 1K.
Oh yeah, so awesome.
I'm just adjusting my mic here. I've got this little clip that turns on it. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to figure out which way will be best. Here we go. All right. Hopefully it doesn't bump around. Does my sound okay for everyone? I think I charged this. Does that sound all right? If either of us talk at the same time, it cuts out. So for us, it's hard to hear each other.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Hopefully, not any extra sound. Like I said, I'm not turning the space heater off. Non-negotiable.
So other than getting into some of the things that we've got planned for today, I'm also going to show some of the geodes that I opened on the live yesterday, all the stuff that Tyler sent. As we're talking about things, I'll probably just flip my camera around and you guys will just get a look at rocks as we talk.
Sweet. Yeah. Mine are all over there. If there are any within grabbing reach, I will get them. But, hey, Lisa in the house. Oh, Lisa. Yeah. Listen, let me tell you how my day started really quick. Let me vent. Give me 30 seconds. I started the day by oversleeping my alarms, okay? Chicago got terrible weather last night, so I decided to drive Heather to work, drop my kids off at my in-laws, drove her to work, picked the kids up, came home. So driving to get her in the morning, and I overslept my alarms. I was supposed to be there at 7:30 for pickup, and I wake up to a call at 7:20 saying, oh my goodness, you overslept. And so, yeah, it was a rush day. Go get her. We come back home, pull into the driveway. My wife works overnights, and she's tired, says, all right, we're home, I'm going to bed, just pretends to go to sleep. So I'm like, oh, okay, let me turn the car back on so you got some heat. And then it doesn't turn back on. Battery's just dead. So I got to change a battery in -6 degree weather. And it took almost 2 hours because I'd work for a couple minutes and then run inside to warm up and then come out, work again, go inside. So yeah, the space heater is not turning off. I've been cold enough for the day. The high today was -1, and that is all it reached was -1.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, it's chilly.
And Greg, that is because with this new YouTube dual stream, I believe it's because I'm the host this time. And if we're both talking, I believe it always prioritizes the host. So when Tyler's hosting, I think it'll probably prioritize him, but we can test that out next time.
Yeah, I didn't notice that before. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Oh, is my mic bad again? Hold on. Oh, that sounds horrible. What Tyler was saying. I was like, oh no, my mic sounds horrible, but you're saying Tyler's story. Yeah, no, that is not fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it was chilly. And I still have to replace the wiper blades. I still got to get out there after the stream. I didn't want to get any colder before the stream because I wouldn't have had to get in the shower and warm up. So, but it's all right.
I was trying to move my laptop so that I could see it easier. Sorry. Getting all awkward over here moving the laptop around.
Why do I don't know, in my head sometimes my brain fills in the blank when I see you holding your your microphone, and I just picture you with like a little saucer and teacup. Like I don't know.
You know, next time I'm just gonna have a little teacup and saucer.
Yep. Like, and you got the fit for it too. You're all comfy.
Yep. Oh yeah, I even got my sweats on for this. I wasn't getting the jeans back on. I'm bundled up for a little bit till I go back out and DoorDash later. So my fun morning, I guess, since I'll tell you, my fun morning was I went out to drive DoorDash, and we've got flooding here all over the island. And so when I got around the coastlines, turns out there was like 1 to 2 feet of water in some of the roads and downed trees all over. So I had to deal with trees in the road closures, flooding all over the streets here. And yeah, that made DoorDash really fun. That was my morning. And now it was in the 50s this morning, and now the cold front is hitting us, and it's supposed to be in the 20s in the next like 2 hours here, and we've got snow coming in. So it's gonna swing more than 30 degrees today.
Yeah, that's too cold. I just put my gloves on.
I agree, Ken. Crumpets suck. They're dry. They're not. No.
Oh, before we get into the questions, another little side tidbit, because I feel like we discussed this a bit, but it was also, for everybody's clarification, Little Debbie's closing was a hoax. Just everybody was talking about those like pies and stuff going away. Yeah, I didn't realize that. I was at the store and I'm like, you know what? Because I was talking to my wife on the phone, I'm like, I feel like we should just get like a couple extra boxes because apparently soon these aren't going to be here. Like my kids love Nutty Buddies and oatmeal cream pies. And then I looked it up and I was like, yeah, no, it's a hoax. I was like, okay, good.
We've heard that a few times in the past too with things like that, and it turns out it's either the company sold to someone else or it was a total hoax, or like when it sells to someone, they're like, oh, it's going away. It's like, no, another company just owns it.
Low-key nice and sunny here in California. God, it sucks. Right? Yeah. See, that was my thinking, Angie. I was a little worried. I was like, oh no, I feel like I need to just keep one of each thing just closed and sealed off in a vault. But all right. So, you want to start the first question, host?
Yeah, so what we're going to talk about today, as I mentioned, was what got our channel started, and then we'll get into some other things after that, like where we want to see our channels go and other things. But to start off, yeah, basically what got each of us started. And for me, it was a mixture of things, but it was primarily COVID that got me into the rock hounding and sharing my rock hounding adventures. That's not what started my YouTube channel ultimately. It was gaming. I was playing a game, EVE Online, for a while, and I saw a couple other channels sharing some stuff on YouTube, and some friends encouraged me, like, yeah, share some of your videos on YouTube, then we can watch them, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it started as like just a way to communicate with my friends in game and show them stuff. It wasn't even to like try and get views on YouTube. But then I started watching Down Herd, and that got me into all these gold mining channels and gold panning channels, and that just became a huge addiction on YouTube, and I all of a sudden was following like 100 gold mining channels.
That gold rush, gold
Yep,
fever. Man. We've seen it happen. It's
yep.
okay.
So then I met some small time gold miners and some people who make pay dirts, and I was like, oh, cool, I can try this at home. And I met this guy, LXR, and he gave me a push to film that. He's like, try it, film it, also do your rock counting stuff. Because I was talking to him about the rock counting for a while. He's like, why aren't you filming that and putting it on YouTube? And I was like, that's a really good idea. I didn't even think about it. So I filmed it, put it on YouTube. Shortly after, joined a rock club. And that's when I got into lapidary and other things. But before the rock club or before any of that, it was just gold mining videos, Dan Hurd and all that. And my buddy LXR gave me that push.
Travis, what's the temp out there, buddy? That's awesome. And you get to go out and then you get to go out and see LXR soon.
Yeah, so that was the other thing. I was like waiting to see what Travis said. Yeah, after you asked. So the exciting thing for me is I talked to him ever since, a little before that and since starting my channel. I found out he was the secret person who sent me the big slabs that are actually right up there of the rainbow obsidian. So that like huge aurora borealis rainbow
Oh,
obsidian, the
okay.
float. He's the one who bought it and had it sent
Oh,
to me secretly.
awesome.
He doesn't know that I know that yet, but I found out on accident by going through the comments of the person who sold it to him on TikTok, and he's like, "How much for that? I want to send it to someone." And I saw that
Oh, dang.
old video.
Dude, yeah, Travis, it's -1 right now. -1 was the high. It was -6 this morning. But man, yeah, you got me beat. Woo!
That's cold. No, no thanks, Travis. But yeah, so I'll be going out.
You said that you started with the gaming, but majority of your like old gaming content isn't up there anymore, right?
Took it down because, like I said, it wasn't content that was designed to be viewed with any entertainment value. It was literally instructional videos to show my friends things how to do stuff in the game because EVE Online was a very intensive MMORPG, which is like, kind of like WoW, World of Warcraft, but it was
Mm-hmm.
spaceships and space
Wow.
stuff. And so, yeah, I made a lot of videos to just show friends how to do stuff in the game. And my one that took off and got like a few thousand views, which was my first and only viral video at that time before the rock stuff, was a COVID related one. Because right when COVID hit, the game incorporated a real world thing with it. It's really complicated, but I even took those videos down. They worked together with a lab. They sent actual images to the game, like thousands and thousands of images for the players to pour over and determine what cells were infected and stuff. And literally, we helped develop the vaccine for COVID, the first ever COVID vaccines. We got credit for that. They put our names on it. My name is on the list of the gamers. So the people who won the Nobel Prize for inventing the COVID vaccine when COVID first hit, those people won the whatever, the health prizes and all that stuff, they gave credit to us, the gamers of EVE Online, who helped them do hours of research by poring over those images. And I was doing that for like 20 to 30 hours a week.
Okay.
So I put a video up of that and that got like a few thousand views. And I was like, oh, wow, this feels good to get like a bunch of views on YouTube.
And then you were hooked.
Yep. And then it became, I was like, I want to do gold mining and gold panning. And I did the rock stuff and I took the gaming videos down. But now I've been putting up some gaming stuff recently where I share, a bit of my recent PS5 gaming stuff here and there. So, yeah. Anyway, that's what all got me started and that little push from LXR to do the rock stuff and the gold stuff. And now I'm going to be out in Arizona next week. We're going to the Grand Canyon and then I'll be meeting up with him and we're going to do a little thing with both of our channels where we go doing some rock hounding. Mom, you knew. You just forgot. I told you that. You knew all that. We didn't get like an award or cash prize or anything like. He's got a small recognition. They're like, hey, the gamers of EVE Online helped with this research, and they had a list of like the 1,000 or a couple thousand players that ended up participating and helping, and I put so many hours into that.
That's really cool.
But yeah.
Yeah. It was definitely blown, Dustin. I was like, what? That's cool.
So while I catch up with a bunch of chat that I missed while I was giving my little story, I was trying to read it and talk, which is sometimes pretty complicated. Now Tyler can tell us what got his channel started. As I stutter, what got him started?
So for me, also, I guess we're gonna. It sounds wrong to say, but we're gonna give thanks to COVID again for this one. I mean, I've collected rocks for as long as I can remember. I spent a fair amount of my teenage years into adulthood not actively rock hounding, closet rock hounding, just had my collection and stuff like that, but wasn't actively increasing it or things. Then we got married in 2019, and we decided we were going to go down to Tennessee, and we cut through Kentucky and did some rock hounding. And then driving back up, I was like, all right, well, we're going to have a fair amount of time in Indiana. Let's see what there is in Indiana. And I blew my mind to find Indiana had geodes, because I was like, Indiana sucks. Like, there's nothing good in Indiana. I'm a Chicagoan. I'm sorry. We grew up. You're right across the border. You just don't like Indiana for whatever reason. Uh, and then started going out and collecting those, and started getting active in the group Amateur Geology and Rock Hounding over on Facebook. And I would share pictures of my geodes that I would open up and stuff like that. Some of them would get like pretty decent amount of attention. Look into my eyes. So I asked one night, fairly late, I think it was like midnight or close to midnight. I was like, hey, would anybody want to watch me crack open geodes like on a live stream? Like, you watch me do it in my garage. And there was, within like 20 minutes, there was over 100 responses. So I did an impromptu live stream on Facebook. Yeah, then um, and I did the Facebook thing for quite a few months, and then I dealt with issues with some crazy people who were put into positions of power in that group, who didn't understand what my stream was, and they thought it was some sort of sale, which wasn't allowed in the group. So I went through a period where all my previous live streams, which at that point there was a few dozen, and I wasn't able to access any of them. So I had a friend of mine who was able to still see them. She started downloading them for me. And we talked, and she's like, well, why don't you set up a YouTube channel? So she kind of helped me. She claimed the domain name, or not domain name, the YouTube channel name. And I think helped me set up my email. And then she was helping me download the videos, because I was had no knowledge of it. I'd never actually tried to do it. And then once I like digged into it a little bit, like that ADHD clicked, and like the hyper focus, just hours and hours on what to do, how to do it, where to do it, all that. And then decided to move everything over to YouTube eventually. I think it was my first YouTube video was a rock hounding video. And then after that, I dumped all my live stream, like just the recap or the replays of my live streams from Facebook over to YouTube. There are still some of those that don't even have like 100 views, and they've been out for almost a couple of years now. Coming up on my 2-year anniversary with YouTube. But yeah, so COVID got me staying home more and got me able to go out and collect more. So I had some more geodes. Then Facebook had me start live streaming, and then Facebook made me angry, so I moved to YouTube, and here we are.
Yeah, I'm looking at them now. Let me flip this around. Hold on. Oops, hold on. Knocking stuff over.
But I will say, like with Rufo, he said he stumbled upon Dan Hurd and then the other gold prospecting and stuff like that. Oh, you're looking at the views on him. Yep, 91, 90. Oh my goodness. Yeah, rough. So if you guys want to help me out, go watch some of those old videos that have like no views. Those do not originate from YouTube. Those are all started on Facebook. I think the first 2 of them are even horizontal like this.
Yeah, no, 2.3 on the first upload.
My first video, yep, up to 2.3 thousand views on that one. See, and I didn't fully understand YouTube, and it shows how much of a noob I was, because I used some mainstream music in that video, and it does terribly because I have mainstream music with it. Like it'd be different if it was instrumentals, but it's like got some vocals at one point, and there's just like 30 seconds of vocals, and that's what messes it all up, and it's such a pain. But yeah, then started doing the live streams and stuff like that. But I was already after our honeymoon, which is 3.5 years ago now, um, and rock hounding down there, I was just itching so bad to get out and do it more. That's when I found Agadad's channel. That's when I found Rookie Rock Hounding's channel. Dan Hurd was popping off at that point too. So I think it was Quest for Details, Dan Hurd, Agadad, and Rookie Rock Hounding were the four that I watched the most. But of those four, Agadad was the main one I watched because he was also in the Midwest. He's right up in Minnesota and I'm in Illinois. And through commenting on his channel and talking to him and wanting to learn and wanting to get into the lapidary stuff. Once Facebook started being a butt, Agadad or Taylor really encouraged me to switch over to YouTube. So big credit to my presence on YouTube is goes to Taylor as well. And a little funny sidebar, I was almost Geodad instead of Collector. I was almost Geodad. It almost happened.
Geodaddy.
But here we are. GCC almost 2 years strong.
So I expect Greg to constantly be saying Geodaddy in the chat from now on. Geodaddy, Geodaddy. So I'm just looking here. I started watching around your 30th episode.
Yeah.
Your 30th video total. That's about when I started watching your channel. So pretty soon into you being on YouTube, I started watching yours.
Sweet. And honestly, that was early on because I was dumping those almost back to back daily, and I think I had a good like 24 of them at least to put out. So
yeah, and I remember when you had that in hydro, the like little spear in hydro, and some of those early videos. I remember we were chatting about those too because we had been talking. Yep.
Oh no, I forgot. Bring this one in the winter. It's frozen right now.
No, don't let it break.
I know, it makes me so nervous.
Warm it up really slow. You don't want it to warm up fast. That can be the problem, right?
Yeah. I don't know what to do. All right, hold on.
It heats and cools too fast. Oh, the anhydro froze. That's a shame. Yeah, don't. This is a PSA to all those poor, beautiful anhydros. Please, they're cold if you're cold. Bring them inside. Lisa, I think I just saw you mentioned you joined just after his 500 subs. I think that might be the one that I won the giveaway. I think his 500 subscriber giveaway might be where I initially won the large geode that the post office lost, that I eventually got the replacement for that I opened up yesterday. Hey, we got Kayla joined as well. Don't think I ever actually said hi to Ken, though I acknowledged you and said something. But officially welcome, Ken. Who else joined? Did I miss anyone else? We got Zach. I'm Zach's son. What's up? How you doing? So, Tyler went to take care of his anhydro because he forgot that he left his anhydro geode outside and it was frozen. So he ran off to take care of that really quick, and we're going to jump into part two. For those who've just joined, we were just talking about what got our channel started, and next up, we're going to talk about what has changed since our channel started. We'll do the same thing. I'll talk about it first, and then he'll talk about his. But yeah, we're going to get into, since our channel's very first started, what's different now. Hey, Mobile Outdoor made it. What's up? Kyla. Oh, did I say, I said Kayla? Yep, that is Kyla. You were correct. Yeah, thanks for that, Greg. All right, Well, work is important. Go enjoy work. We'll be here for a little while. You can always watch later. I will call you later, or call me when you're not at work anymore. I'll be free later this evening. I'll just be driving some DoorDash if it's not too snowy and nasty out there. But yeah,
All right. Woo!
so back, got that in hydro taken care of.
Yes. Fridge. Thank you, Justin. That's just a good idea.
Oh, and Blind Squirrel, I missed you as well. Welcome.
Oh, squirrel!
And yeah, Mobile Outdoor joined us. I'm Zach's son has joined us.
Oh, Zaxxon's in the house. What up? What up? What up?
Yep. Sorry, I was talking over you. Welcome back, Pappy.
Oh,
uh,
oh goodness.
oh,
All right. I heard. Let's. You want to get into what's changed, or?
yeah, I was just telling him that's what we're gonna get into next, and was just saying hi to everyone who joined.
Sweet, sweet.
Kyla joined, said she got her Herkimer extra piece, or got her little box that I sent. I guess it was a bag, not a box, huh? Some were boxes, some were bags. So, yeah, this is my. Let me show you. This was my notes for today.
Yeah, I wrote notes too, and then I left them in the house, and it's cold out. So.
I didn't even look at my notes for the first one. Let's see. Did I go over everything? Yeah, I guess that was everything. Well, so yeah, as I was saying, next we were gonna get in. Oh, what's that? Oh
Well,
well, Loki. What was I cut you off?
no, I'm saying I'm glad we can help you, Loki.
Yeah, I don't know if they heard you because if I talk, it cuts you off.
That's it. Oops.
Yeah. Well, oh, let me adjust real quick. Put my laptop back because it's hard to sit here while I'm holding it. Okay. So for the next part, as I was saying, we'll get into what has changed since we started our YouTube. Since we started our YouTubes, we talked about what got us started overall. But for me, it was just rock hounding in the beginning, and actually gold panning mostly. I did very little rock hounding videos, and if you go back and look at my early ones, I actually didn't look at it before this, so don't quote me. But I think some of my earliest ones that show now as published would be gold panning videos. And I did a few of those, and I was like, yeah, this is going to be my thing. I'm going to do just gold panning. But then I went out and found a few really cool rocks. I was like, no, okay, it'd be a mix of gold panning and rock hounding. But then I joined the Gem Club in Idaho, and they had private properties and private claims to go to Graveyard Point, and they took me out to Graveyard Point where I got those amazing plume agates, and I did that video that now has like 4,700 views or something. Tyler looks like he just heard a ghost.
That's what it sounded like. It's really windy with this cold, so there's just like these weird noises, and it just sounds like a lady just like. Oh, it's freak
So
me
yeah,
out.
like pretty hooked after the Graveyard Point, and was like, okay, so this is definitely like now a rock hounding channel with gold panning. So back then, my channel was actually called Rooted Prospecting. It was Rufotris Rooted Prospecting.
I remember
Very
that.
few people remember that, probably.
Yeah,
But yeah, I changed the prospecting to rock hounding. I was like, yeah, there's too much. It's now more rocks than prospecting on my channel. And I was actually out doing more gold panning than I was filming because it was just hours in the river. And you're in the river, you're not really having your phone out. I was like standing in the middle of a river. And Ken actually is asking what Rufotris means,
good
which
question.
maybe
Good.
that is a really good question. I should grab a pen and write this.
You remember? Oh, you're frozen. I don't know if it's for or just me, but it might be just me. Yeah, I can hear you. Greg said frostbite check. Frozen like mine hydro. There you go.
Okay, give me 1 sec.
Yeah, it got super choppy. I don't know if maybe your Wi-Fi was bugging. Oh, you wait. Let me confirm. Nobody, you guys can't hear Chris right now. Too cold for Wi-Fi, right? Hmm. Oh, there we go. We're mobile.
Yep.
Throw your hand in front. Yeah, you got some good movement now.
I turned off my Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
Internet went out.
your Wi-Fi was messing up.
Yep. Okay, so we lost our Wi-Fi. Lovely.
Oof. Yeah, there we go.
My old roommate used to call me Topher, but she wrote it like that, Tofur, which backwards is Rufot. But then I took the RIS and got Rufotris. Ignore my really bad handwriting.
I was gonna make a smart comment, but you beat me to it.
Oh, keeps flipping around. Yeah, I was leaning around my tripod like this, and I was going like this with my like trying to lean around the tripod. So anyway, that's where my name comes from, Ken. But yeah, the big change was joining the club for me, getting into Lapidary, and getting a machine. And now, as you've all seen, I have a flat lap, and I do Lapidary on my own. So that's been the huge, big difference for me. So let's go ahead and hear what Tyler's what's changed for his channel as well.
Well, pretty much the same thing. um, minus the club. So for me, uh, I was always interested in the lapidary side of things, and cutting and polishing and stuff like that. For me, I didn't really think it was something I was going to do. Um, but again, Taylor kind of encouraged me to reach out to High Tech Diamond because I'm local to High Tech Diamond. I can take a half-hour ride and I can go to the physical location of Cap King High Tech. Um, so I reached out to High Tech Diamond in, I think, I can't remember. I'll have to look at the email, but it was quite a while ago. I was still on Facebook. I wasn't even thinking of YouTube at all when I reached out to him, and that was my appeal because my streams were doing really well on Facebook. I'd get a couple hundred people watching at a time. They were getting tens of thousands of views after the fact and stuff like that. So it was enough for them to be enticed to make me an offer for a reduced price on a machine. And then I kind of kicked and changed gears. I've always made it my goal to not put any of our own personal money into my channel and into my shop and stuff like that. So in the beginning, to get the money for my flat lap, I sold boxes of whole geodes, and then after that was done, I stopped selling. And then when it was came time to move on to the next piece of equipment and so on and so forth, even Betsy and my cameras and everything like that. Everything comes from the channel, so that was a big change for me was getting that lapidary equipment. And I feel like, especially this year, it was far more lapidary content on my channel than rock hounding. I think I only had one, maybe two rock hounding videos that I was able to put out. And I think aside from those 2 times, I think there was one additional time where I was actually able to go out and collect, but I just film. Um, 3 kids is difficult to juggle. So my time to get away wasn't as abundant as times before, like when Heather was pregnant with Dallin, or after Dallin was born. It's a little different now. We've got Dallin running around and getting into stuff. Uh, um, and I would say I've changed a lot too with like the structure of my videos, how I do things. Oh my goodness, I despise watching some of my earlier stuff. Like I feel like I'm wrong. Like I feel like I don't have a right to say that because I'm not that old of a channel. But I feel like I've made so many differences from like rock hounding, especially rock hounding videos. I used to have like a whole freaking song play that was just the intro, and oh my gosh, I hate it now. Looking back, and like at the time, I enjoyed the songs. I'm like now I'm listening to them. I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I doing? Like this sounds awful. And those are the random videos that do well. And I'm like, okay, people like them, but I'm like, I don't like this at all. Why do you guys like this? um, so yeah, that's the biggest change. Is now I guess I pay more attention to um, how the viewers are going to enjoy it, and kind of changing with how the way people watch things changed. Now I do short videos and stuff like that. And recently changed up the structure to those. And before my brain is like, okay, 60 seconds is how long it is. 60 seconds is how long it should be. So it's very difficult to get into making 15-second long clips and stuff like that. But yeah, bringing some equipment into the garage, and focusing a little bit more on how I make my videos were definitely the biggest changes that have happened since I first started.
Yeah. So real quick, correct Lisa and Kyla, yeah, they are going up. Machines from high tech are increasing all across all of their brands.
Okay, so all Reintel equipment and things like that, prices are going up, I believe, except for Cab King. I believe that is the only
Is
thing
that
that
what
was
they
best.
accept, Cap King?
Yeah, look at the screenshot
Yeah.
you sent, because I'm pretty sure even in that screenshot that you sent, that was what was specified. Cab King prices weren't changing, but High Tech Diamond, and I always forget the name of the tumblers that they make. Um, but yeah, prices will be going up. Um, Now I know there are different like authorized sellers, like there are people who sell high tech stuff on Amazon. I don't know if all those accounts are high tech, so I'm not sure if all across the board prices are going to increase. But yes, prices will be increasing. Um, I mean, we all live in the same world, and we unfortunately expect these kinds of things when we go through major world uh, distress and things like that. So prices of things go up, but
Yeah, so buy your machine now and use code RRR at checkout.
or GCC,
Oh, mute guest, mute guest.
whichever. I honestly I haven't even looked at that account to see like how many people use it or anymore or anything like that.
Do you
Um,
not get a notification instantly?
I don't, dude. If I got notifications for my emails, I would constantly be throwing my phone at the wall. I get thousands of emails a day, and it's
They changed how the payouts work or something, and now if someone uses my code, I get an instant payout from PayPal as soon as their payment clears, and I get a PayPal notification right away.
oh, that's cool. Yeah, it was kind of annoying the other way. I mean, it was less sought after the other way.
I mean, that's fine to say. That's an honest thing, That's nothing really negative on the company itself. It's a process to go through and look at it and click through a few pages and links to get to your affiliate stuff to look at. A small process. It was a little annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yep.
now if someone uses my stuff, I get a instant PayPal payout. No one's used mine in a couple months now, but I used it last month on Black Friday. I got myself a new 180 wheel and a couple other things, and I used my own code, and then I got an instant $4 payout.
Sweet.
RGCRC, you guys split it.
Oh, my gloves aren't working. There we go.
Okay, so I guess I'm just going to put that in the chat for people actually watching in the future. Doesn't matter who you guys use, it would help either of us. Can you buy me something today? I don't need anything today on there.
Ken, unfortunately, I don't think they do group discounts. I haven't seen them do a specific discount for a person up with Agate Dad over on Instagram and gave away a machine over there. Cap King did. But yeah, I don't think they do things like that, unfortunately.
So my service is coming and going. I had it just on cell service. I'm going to flip it back to Wi-Fi here on my phone, and hopefully that'll clear up a bit. Okay.
When part where you guys show us all the rocks behind you.
Oh, he's got a couple great videos of that, Angie. I mean, we'll probably show some off still anyway.
Yeah.
Throughout the podcast, I'm sure he'll continue to show some off. But speaking of, can show some things off while we move on.
Oh, here. Let me because people weren't thinking I was telling the truth when I said that cab right down there is cedar. Let me grab the other one so I can show you. Is Jackie watching right now?
I haven't seen Jackie. Are you here, Jackie?
I don't remember.
This is the wrong one. Ignore which one I'm holding, because I just picked up a random cab. He's talking about this one. Well, if it's petrified cedar, it wouldn't smell. If it was real cedar, it would smell delicious. I don't want to smell the rock. Now I'm going to smell the rock. It smells like nothing. It smells like number 38. You mean the Kentucky agate? Yeah, this one's got some nice botryoidal bits in there. Some nice banding. This is some of the stuff that he sent. Some of it will go in the giveaway. Not this one. This one's for me. This is Dino Bone. There we go. Oh, it focused for a moment. There it is. That awesome Dino Bone cab. Oh yeah, Dustin, definitely. I've done that a couple times where I went on a rock hounding trip and forgot to film anything, and then, just show off stuff at home. In fact, I've got to go finish up a video still. One I filmed the other day. I finally went to the sandbox in our area. City Rock Hounding has his place he calls the sandbox, and I've got one as well.
It's cold.
He's back.
I am back. Hold on. I gotta get back into my cocoon.
Yeah, I was just showing those off a little bit.
So yeah, that number is what, 38, right?
Yeah.
So, hold on. I gotta take these gloves off. I'm gonna drop them.
Angie said, "Smell it. It should smell like cedar." And I was like, "It smells like number 38." Oh no! Now you're freezing on my screen. Oh, there we go.
So you can see the bands. That piece there is a little more like you can see that end. Or hold on, let me can't. It's too messy back there. You can see the growth rings of it.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, your part is a little more of like this stuff on this end.
Yeah, in the right light, it almost looks like saw marks, but it's like circular growth pattern.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. That's the subtle bands that you can see, and then this one you can kind of
there
see
it is.
that.
Look at it.
Oh no, yeah, that. Yeah, see, I don't know. I tried to get that out, and I didn't know what it was.
Oh wait, I don't. It almost looks like pitting.
Yeah, but I don't understand why it's lines like that.
But it looks like it's behind,
right?
Or within that stuff, like, and so perfect. It does look like a grain.
It confused me. I don't know what that was. But yeah, this is it. So, timestamp it. What 46 minutes? Here, put them all on the screen. Tag Jackie in a comment. Tell her to go look at this time.
Yeah, you can see his breath out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that opal he sent. This one was cool. I like that a lot. Angie said she needs this Kentucky agate. Angie's like, I need it.
I have nicer ones of that. All right, hold on. Where are my gloves?
He just got bundled up and warm.
I've got quite a bit of that agate there.
Yeah, you sent that one for the giveaway, right?
I can show you. I have a Kentucky agate geode that is roughly 40 pounds. I think around 38 pounds to 40 pounds. And that is for sale for $600. I'll do a Christmas deal for $500 if somebody wanted to buy that. I'll show that one too, but I'll get the cash first.
Which ones were for the giveaway?
Of those ones, that is your choice. The only one I don't want you to give away is some of those unpolished garnets, some of the garnet rough, and then the dino bone. And the rest is your own discretion.
All right. Yeah, dino bone ain't going anywhere. That's mine, all mine. Hey, we got Margaret in the house. Welcome, Margaret. I just had it turned around looking at some rocks and we were just chatting about stuff. All right, Mobile Outdoor, thank you for jumping in. Go have fun wrapping some presents. Good luck. So yeah, we were just, whew, that light is bright. So yeah, we were just chatting a little bit, talking about a few things. You may have to go back and watch a little bit because we're 48 minutes in, and I can recap some of it, but that's a long recap. We talked about what got our channel started, what got us on YouTube, and then we got talking about where we've progressed since then and what has changed with our channel since starting it. And next, actually, we're going to talk about where we want to see our channels go. So if you all see a theme here today, that's because there is one. So yeah, next we'll talk about what we want to see with our channels in the future and what we're currently working on as far as developments in our channel. It looks like I'm holding nothing because it's a black microphone and then my black shirt. And on my screen, it looks like
All right, so we have a couple other Kentucky here, but these ones are all from that same stone. This one is probably the nicest one with the bubbles behind there.
I like that one. I like the top circle one.
That one's got one nice, really beautiful botryoidal in there. So it's botryoidal that just filled in with quartz.
Hey, Jeremiah.
Hold on, I gotta tighten this. All right, and then these ones down here are really, really pretty. These ones actually, all that banding, that red is all itty bitty little tiny dots.
That's crazy.
I really love these pieces. These ones are all for sale. I do have prices listed on them, so I'd have to reference those. So Angie, if there's any of those that interested you, let me know. And then real quick, I'm going to go grab that big Kentucky agate geode.
Similar. It has the red similar to Mookite, but Mookite gets a solid red jasper where that is like, he'll have to share some macro shots because like he's saying, it's a bunch of tiny little dots, little tiny red dots making a red line.
Just look at my a closer look video.
Yeah.
Title is A Closer Look. I have my micro shots of that. All right, that's fine. People, I don't think anybody will ever buy the new one.
Yeah.
Show it when
I think, let's be honest. You sometimes price those things because you don't want to let go of them, so you price them really high, right?
I was told if I took any less than that, I was dumb.
Although, yeah, it is.
Although, actually, I was told if I took any less than $750, I was dumb. And I've already dropped it a lot.
Well, kind of like my Herkimer. It's worth well more than 600, but I'm willing to take 600 for now.
Just for reference, there's my...
Wow, that's gnarly.
And it's also got agate in the pockets on the side, too.
Yeah, the color in that one is just... The color in those is insane.
I love the blue and red contrast. And it looks like an arrowhead to me. You know, the two curves that come out with the bottom piece.
Oh, Angie, killing me. Angie says she can't sell one of her kids because they're adults. Oh, dang. Oh, goodness.
Oh, snap. I overheated my space heater. My blanket was on it. Darn it.
No. Hey, at least the blanket didn't melt or catch fire.
No, I think it's too cold for that. All right. Get back over here. All right. Got my gloves. If you want to start with your question.
Yeah. So like I said, next we're going to progress and continue on with the theme. We'll talk about where we want to see our channels going from here. And for me, that is starting to have the consistency that I have so long talked about. I've tried a little bit here and there to be consistent and post on Thursdays at the very least, along with Tyler, because he was very consistently posting on Thursdays, and I tried to follow that, but it's not always consistent. So my big thing is I've been working on tons of videos in the background that it doesn't matter when I put them out because they're not relevant to a specific time, like not relating to like certain live sales or anything. But I just want to have a bunch of videos ready to put out anytime. If I miss filming something, I've got something on the back burner ready to go. And consistency is just my main goal going forward for now, and that will help produce the watch hours that I'm looking for to get monetization. Because obviously, the goal with doing YouTube so much is to get monetized eventually. And now that I'm at 1K subs, I just need 4,000 watch hours, and I'm at nearly 1,800. I lost a lot because it only counts the last year of your watch time. So some of my videos that are over a year old that had 4,000 views or whatever, I've got a old video with like 3,000, another one with like 4,700 views, but all of the watch time from that has just disappeared and fallen off because it's over a year old. So, gonna have a lot of live streams, and I'm gonna have a consistent video release, and it may change. I may not do Thursdays anymore because it's actually turning out. Analytics is now saying that most of my viewers are active on Saturday and Sunday mornings, and I think that's because a lot of people watch Dan Hurd on Sunday mornings. So I may be adjusting my regular video time, but I'm also going to try and do more regular lives. We're going to have our podcast that we're doing like this, but I'm also going to do more Lapidary live content and hopefully more Lapidary videos in this throughout the whole winter, but also more of the gold panning stuff that I started with. I've got 14 bags of pay dirt loaded with gold over here, and so that's going to be at least 14 videos of content of gold panning at home. And I know not everyone is into that, and a lot of people come for the rock hounding, and I may lose some regulars to that, unfortunately, but hopefully it only brings in more people and brings together these parts of the community, the gold panning and rock hounders, because there's already been a mix of them going on a lot recently, but YouTube is full of different communities that all have different goals, but they're all the same thing. They're all communities, and they all work together in amazing ways. The rock hounders have been amazing to me. So many of you guys have been very generous to my channel. We all help each other develop. We all give each other tips on how to make our content better. And, we all just want to see each other improve. And it's not exclusive to the rock hounding community. I see it throughout any community I'm a part of. And the two I'm most active in are the gold panning and rock hounding communities. So again, I wouldn't have started my channel if it weren't for the gold panners that gave me that push to get out there and get doing it. So yeah, kind of lost my train of thought there on entirely what I was saying as I was trying to read the chat as I was saying all that. But just a lot more regular content. And oh yeah, the gold panning. I'm gonna be doing all those videos coming out soon. So expect to see that content. And yeah, that's where my channel's going in the future, is just more consistency, more regularity, and back to my old editing styles maybe. I've been very nonchalant, just as I am now, just talk casually, a little ADHD squirrel brain from time to time in my videos. But if you go watch some of my earlier videos, I tried very hard to structure them, have a little intro music, have some normal talking with information on the rock counting site, and less squirrel brain. Although I like to be me and be genuine, so that's not going to go away.
Squirrel.
Squirrel, where? Huh? Nuts? What?
Yeah, I don't. I might have killed my heater. Try to get it on. Sitting there, hopefully kicks back on. If not, I might go full ninja, but only if necessary.
Well, maybe we won't be too much longer. So yeah, why don't you let people know where you want to see your channel moving on to next?
15 billion subscribers. No, I'm kidding. Oh man, these boppy comments are killing me.
It's never gonna end now.
Yeah, I know. Gosh, I blame Greg. Try and keep that part separate because that's a big part. Okay. I definitely right along with Chris. I want to have some more consistency. I know for me lately it's been chaotic. I know I haven't had an upload yet. Just with kids and everything, it's so difficult. And honestly, I used to like not be able to sleep. I used to have really, really hard times falling asleep. So I would come out here and I'd work on videos in the middle of the night, and I'd be able to build up a cache of videos. But now my butt gets upstairs and I lay down, and if Heather's not home, like if she's working, I normally fall asleep before midnight, when like that's a rare occurrence typically. So I'm so tired all the time, and just getting out of a mental funk. So yeah, definitely going forward, more consistency. Actually, um, I think I'm gonna take an official break. I might take like a week or two. Obviously, we've already been on a bit of a break, so I would start it from like this previous Monday or something, and I don't know, maybe go until next weekend or something like that, just to have some time to welcome the new year and enjoy the holidays. And I let my channel stress me too much, so it affects other aspects of my life. I don't want to be a grumpy dad or grumpy spouse because I'm stressed about videos, and YouTube was getting to a point where that's what it was doing to me and causing external issues. So it's just my happiness and my family's happiness comes first. So, oh no, I'm sorry, Annie.
Sorry, Annie. Be well. I was trying not to cut off Tyler, but yeah, I'm sorry, Annie. That sucks.
Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, so I definitely want to be more consistent. But I think what's going to help with the consistency for me, and why I want to take a break, is because something I'm starting with the new year. And kind of to preface this, I get my butt kicked by ADHD. I've recently, in the past couple of years, learned that I've had it, and I'm still learning to manage it and cope with it, and do everything I need to do with it. So it kicks my butt. Like plain and simple, 100% honesty. Like it kicks my butt sometimes. So there are times when I just go on binges, and like last year this time I was putting out one video every day. I was putting out a video every day. I had like 30 days of videos leading into the new year. And like this year I've had like 2 in the last 30 days. So I don't want to get to a point where I'm totally mentally tapped out and I don't enjoy YouTube at all anymore. Um, I don't want it to feel like it's a chore. So,
Okay.
what's up?
Oh, you're good. I'm just muting for a sec. You're good.
Okay. Um, so yeah, I think taking a little bit of time. And the thing with me too is I have like 9 videos I'm working on right now that I haven't finished. I haven't finished yet. So I think I just need some time without the worry and stress of putting something out, and then I feel like I'm just putting out half-ass stuff and not really giving it the attention it deserves. So like that time to just finish some things up, and then I think through winter into spring, I think I might adjust my schedule and I might go down to 1 video a week instead of 2, which is really crazy because I've always done 2 videos a week. I was, when I was doing live streams, it was 3 videos a week, and then there was a point where it was 4 videos a week. So I think um, my gung ho approach has helped. My channel has grown very well, but I think now it's time to kind of like dial back and slow things down, and um, you know, and go from there. So I think that consistent schedule through the winter season is what I want, and then going forward from there, I would really like to do a rock hounding video a week, or like at least do like 2 rock hounding videos a month. Like every other week there'll be a rock hounding video, and then every week will be a lapidary video, and then our live streams and stuff like that. But that being said, I also just went through and did a whole lot of organizing in my garage. And when I do come back from the break and I do go down to 1 upload a week, I will also be restarting my geocaching live streams. So in a way, I'm still going to have 2 uploads, but it's going to be without the stress of having to do, the editing and all that fun stuff. What up, Gigal? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, yeah, kind of sticking with Chris. A lot of the things we do with our channels is very similar. We bounce ideas for everything off of each other, pretty much. So yeah, kind of sticking with what he said. I want that structure, um, and I also want to look into what time. Yeah, I enjoy doing the shorts now. Now that I've fixed my brain and I know I can do a 15-second short, because like I said before, my brain was all right, 60-second time limit. Let's get as much as we can in that 60 seconds, and then now it's like okay, 15 seconds. So I've shifted my brain, and I've got like 2 dozen shorts that I'm getting ready. I was gonna go crazy and just post them all, but then I thought about doing the break, and I think I'm just gonna kind of have my channel set to basically autopilot for like a good month after coming back from the break. So while those are all good and ready to go, I can work on the next round of things. So I think that's what I want to do, is structure it where I've got a month worth of stuff ready to go out, and then I can work on the next month's stuff. So it's just a matter of getting that time to get that cash built up, which I know Rufo, about, Jeremiah knows about. I see he's making comments. It's really difficult, and it's yeah, ADHD kicks butt. um, so yeah, that's what I've got planned for it. And then we both got some other things planned, and that kind of is going to segue into our next topic that we're going to talk about. So hand it back to Rufo.
Yeah, so with both of us, going the way we're going, it's not going to be immediate. A lot of things have kind of pushed back on the development for either of us in one way or another, but we are both working on websites right now. And I know I've mentioned it a lot, and I said it was ready to launch, but then some things pushed that back. Finances mostly. I'm sorry, there's a train going by. That was probably a little loud.
No, then I got an ambulance going by too. Oh nope, that's a fire truck.
So yeah, a few things, pushed it back a little bit, but I now want to also spend a little more time and make my site a little bit nicer, because it was very basic. I did the most basic templates that you could, and I do want to spend a little time, make it look nicer, but I want to get a PO box set up, because initially I actually had it with my home address, and I realized that's just not a great idea. I'm not going to have all my stuff sent out from my business as my home address, or have my home address out there that publicly available through my business info. So, I decided PO box was the next step. as well as maybe revamping the draft website that I created, making it look a little bit better. So going to push it out till a little bit after the New Year's, and I am taking a winter semester course, which is an intensive online course. You just have not short, very long classes, like 1 day a week. And it's just for like the next few weeks. And I need to do that so that I can fill a prerequisite to graduate in the spring, because I have a class that I need to do in the spring. So that's going to be kind of my huge focus this winter, is that class. That being said, I'm not going to take a break, but I am going to slow down. I am only going to try and do one video at a time, like one video per week. I'm not going to have as many lives, though I will be going to Arizona tomorrow. We fly out, and we will be down there and going to the Grand Canyon. So expect to see the Grand Canyon videos pretty soon. And, some rock hounding stuff out there. As I said, I'll be meeting up with LXR, and so there's a place we might go check out. We'll see how it pans out. No pun intended, but we're going to do a little gold panning, and then maybe looking for some equivalent to Herkimer diamonds, which are the Pecos diamonds. And Arizona has their own double terminated quartz points that look like Herkimers. So we might go look for some of those, as well as some fire agate, because some people know there's fire agate that has some good fire out there in Arizona. So we might try and look for some of that as well. And yeah, but because of all those things going on, the website is just going to be slowly pushed back and not my main focus right now. But it is, something I'm working on. And so is Tyler. So I'll let him, chat about his.
Yeah. Mine I'm working on. It's got a lot of moving parts. And as we just talked about, ADHD, I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. So I'm definitely taking my time with it. But with that, there's going to be a lot that my site is going to I want to be able to share, whether it's in like, I don't know, article form, or just you can go and you can click a link and it'll open up a document. But I've compiled a lot of research, um, in looking for geodes in Indiana. I've compiled even a larger amount of research into trying to figure out why geodes turn to fossils and why we can find geodized fossils. And if you're not familiar with what a geodized fossil is, this right here, if we just look at that, the texture of that, we can kind of see that it looks like a geode,
Oh no, hold on.
a crinoid head. Very obviously, I don't think a geode is just going to form that way.
Go
So
back
this is,
like
a geodized.
Go back like 15 seconds. You froze pretty hard on my side for a second there. Yeah, what were you saying about that piece?
This is a geodized.
Oh, okay.
You can see it's got. So there's, I want to understand more about it. So I've done a lot of research. I've looked into different, lists and old, you know, what are they? Documents or hounds we're finding back there. Just we'll call them rock hounds. That's what they are. So I want to be able to share information. I also want to be able to share my videos on there. Another big thing that I want to do is I want to be able to have a gallery, to sell some of the cabochons that I've made. I want to get into, making jewelry. I do freeform polishing and stuff like that. So I want to have an area that's going to be set up like an Etsy or like a kind of eBay type thing. But just with some really good detailed photos of each of the pieces, you'll be able to purchase it. If it's a piece that has been featured in a video or that's been collected and worked from somewhere, that all that information will be there. And then with that, when I do live stream like geode crackings and stuff like that, if it's a geode that I've collected in a place where I'm allowed to sell it and it's not one I want to keep for my collection, people can go to my site and a handful of them will go up for sale. It'll specify which episode it's from. Also with that, like I said, there's a lot of moving parts for what I want to do with this. I also want to be able to feature, every month I want to feature a different lapidary artist. like, say for January, I'm going to feature Rufotris. I'm going to let Rufotris is going to take a handful of slots in my gallery, and he's going to be able to post some of his stuff for sale. So if there's somebody who follows my site or follows me that doesn't follow Rufo, the month of January, they're going to be able to see him. And then say Travis wants to, link up and we'll do something for February, then February, I'll have some listings posted for Travis. And then, if the site makes the sale, it'll get shipped out from him and so on and so forth.
And yes, Ken, that'll be like a whole episode. We will do that live. We will have a live cab off on the podcast. Totally. That'll be like the Ken show.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I'm totally down for that.
We'll call it the Kenny G show, and I'll risk a copyright on my channel. We'll play Kenny the whole time.
Oh, that's great. But yeah, so and with that aspect of having a different featured, I'm probably going to call it a featured artist, because that's what it is. At the end of the day, this is Lapidary art. It's a different art form. It's not drawing or painting or carving, but
it's art. We're artists. That's I do multiple kinds of art, but this is one of them.
Oh yeah, Ken E.G. That's funny. I would just use my flat lap. I'd make it fair. So I think that'd be really cool. I feel like that's a great way. Like Rufo talked earlier, community is a huge part of the rock hounding YouTube world, and prospecting worlds, and any activity or any hobby. If there's a good community, it's going to be enjoyed. So the trash talk has started. There's that aspect, and then also with the sales, I want to do, and I've talked about before, I want to do geode breaks, like how card collectors do box breaks. Say there's a booster box of Pokemon cards. It comes with 36 packs of cards. They sell those individual packs prior to the stream, and then on stream they open them, they send them out, and so forth. So I want to do that, but I want to do that with geodes, and I want to do every week, have it where I have X amount of geodes that are going to go for sale before the stream. So payment will have to be completed before it gets cracked on stream. If it's not completed, you're not going to do it. I've tried doing this in the past, and I've had people try and scam me out of hundreds of dollars, and I'm not about that. So I'm not going to do another geode break until my site's up and ready. But with that, before, and another reason why this is taking so long is, before I start this, I want to have a good amount of different types of geodes. I want to have a good stock of Indiana geodes. I want to have a good stock of Illinois ones, Keokuk ones, Kentucky ones, and I want to have some from either Mexico or from Brazil. I want to have different kinds. So it's not always going to be a geode break where we're cracking Indiana geodes. There's going to be one geode break where, say, there's only going to be 5 geodes that are going to be out for sale, but these are going to be amethyst geodes from Uruguay or something. I'll let everybody know. They'll be posted in advance. Once a certain time hits, that site will open. Those geodes will go up for sale, and it's first come, first serve. So I think that's going to be something that'll be really cool as well. So it's going to take some time. And also with it too, I want my website to be a separate entity from my channel. It's not going to be geodecrackercollector.com. I've mentioned the name of my site once. If you're in chat, please don't say it, because I don't want it to get taken by anybody. So if you know it, you know it. If you don't, I can share it on Discord. But I'm not going to say any further on it, because I realized I felt a little foolish afterwards, because somebody can go and be like, yo, that's mine.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure I've already paid for the name, but I just have to clarify. So
right,
I
already paid for mine, but I'm still not telling anyone yet.
Yeah,
I've told 3 people like you and a couple
separate. And later down the line, I wouldn't mind, being able to do like wholesale geodes, up to a certain extent. I'm not going to be able to fill orders of 1,000 pounds of geodes, but if somebody wants to come and they want, hey, let me get 5 pounds of Illinois geodes, let me get 15 pounds of Kentucky, and let me get, 2 pounds of Mexican geodes. I want to be able to do stuff like that. So that's going to be something that'll come later in time. But my goal is through winter, is to get that done. But with that, I also want to do it legitimately. Not that doing it without would be illegitimate, but I want to get an LLC just to make things a little bit easier come tax time and stuff like that. So, I mean, you can run a website without it, but it's just smarter in the long run to go the route and get one.
Yeah, as soon as we move to California, I'm gonna get a new LLC. I did one years ago. It's not too hard.
Yeah, no, I've looked into it and I know everything I need to do. It's just a matter of the money. And like I mentioned earlier, everything for my channel, including, paying for this site, is all coming from the revenue from my channel. So whether it's ad revenue or sales or whatever, I've got to, get a good chunk of change put to the side for the website itself, because like I said, it's very intricate and I'm getting it set up. So I've got to have complete control of it, complete access to, you know, any revenue that comes through it, no percentages going to anybody else or anything like that. So it's going to be completely solo, but it's just going to take time. So my goal is to get it up by springtime, but if it's not by spring, it absolutely be up by summertime. Like I said, it's just going to take time, and it'll be worth it. It'll
Yeah.
be something that'll be enjoyable, and if somebody's got, like I mentioned with, sharing information on their blogs or stuff like that, if somebody's got, a piece or a little excerpt that they've written out or something they found that could be useful to the community, and you want to, reach out, I don't mind, sharing it. Like, say if, Chris decided he wanted to, write a little excerpt on, what to expect when you're out looking for herkimers or something like that. That kind of stuff, tips, just basically to help new folks and beginners and things like that,
Yeah.
because everybody starts somewhere, and there are groups that you can go to. Like, I love the amateur geology and rock county group on Facebook, but at the same time, it's a very toxic group, because there's so many times where amateurs and people who don't know what they're talking about will come in and ask questions, and you just get verbally attacked
Yeah.
and maimed by these people who know what they're talking about and just completely miss the fact that it's an amateur group, and these are the questions that are encouraged, and it kills it for a lot of people. And
Yeah.
I don't want to see somebody bullied out of a hobby. Yeah, simple things like that. How to do a hardness test. There's countless and tutorials and stuff like that out there. So
Yeah.
all that stuff, I wouldn't mind having it all condensed, because it's gonna be difficult to navigate through Google and find all that stuff. But then at the same time, it can have an area where it's like lapidary how tos, and then if it's a YouTuber that I'm cool with and I've talked to, I don't mind listening. If it's a lapidary how to, if Rufo's got a how to polish on a flat lap, and Travis has got a how to polish on a flat lap, and Jeremiah's got a how to polish on a flat lap, but just compile them all together. It might all be the same information. You might watch all three of them and learn something different in each one of them, and with the knowledge from all those, now you know what the heck you're doing. But if you just watched one, maybe you wouldn't. So just make it a little easier. We got to breathe a little more life back into rock counting. COVID, I think, helped it, because it got a lot of people inside, which made them watch videos of the outside, which there's rock counting you do outside. So I think we got a little bit of help. So that's going on with my site, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Getting crazy windy here. Hope I don't lose internet again.
TV in the house. What up?
What's up, Viking? So yeah, I guess I didn't really say. Since you said all that, it just made me think. I didn't really say what my website's going to be about, and it's going to be not like Tyler's and not like currently rock hounding. It's going to be strictly about selling my cabs for my channel. It is, instead of Etsy. I don't like what Etsy and eBay did to me. They took way too much money, and this is for me to sell my cabs when I'm not live, because I can't rely on just my live sales. But I do want to continue to make a lot of cabs, and I'm going to continue to produce a lot of cabs to sell at a cheap price for the materials that they are, because I've had a lot of generous people give me some amazing materials for really good prices or for free, and so I can sell a lot of really great materials, that I made into cabs for a lot cheaper than you might see quite a few other lapidary artists selling them for. I won't name names, but he's probably not going to watch this anyway, because he's only really on TikTok these days. But he sold me material that he would make cabs. We were both making and selling cabs at the same time of this stuff, and then he like doubled his prices out of nowhere. And I've been seeing a lot of that recently. People are just like straight up doubling the prices they had on all their material and all their cabs, and I don't get why. Like, he's telling me, people sitting here telling me, "Oh, I get these great deals. I've got these wholesalers. I got these free rocks, but I'm now charging double the prices." I'm like, I don't. Okay. mean, when you're really successful, sure, and your business is taken off, I guess if you can do that and you're charging for your name, sure, but that's not what I'm about and not what I'm trying to do. I love
I,
this hobby. I love this as an art, and I want to sell my art. I do want it to support me, but not if, at the cost of ripping anyone off.
yeah, I've literally had you guys, some of the people here right now, I've literally had you guys tell me, no, that's not enough. You need to charge more for that during my sales. Because I'm like, I don't know how much to charge for this. Does this sound like a good price?
I mean,
No, check it out.
yeah, I've said that to you before. I've been like, dude, no, 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 that's way too cheap. And I'm saying that even like,
If anything is overpriced, it was probably the dinosaur bone because I didn't fully want to sell those.
yep.
And now I have a piece left, and the others have gone out to YouTubers, which is awesome. And then, yeah, probably the big agate geode from Kentucky.
My only expensive item, I would say, really is my Herkimer, which is $600, but it's worth more than that. It's easily worth 800, 900, is what the mine owners told me. That the mine owner, he's told me he himself would sell that for no less than 800. Like, but I was asking 600. I don't know. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we're big enough to pull those triple digit single item sales yet.
I know, and I'm happy to hook people up and get them things they wouldn't get otherwise. Speaking of which,
Yeah.
once I get these a little more cleaned up, I've got these Herkimers. Let's see. Hold on. Oh.
My eyes.
There's all the little ones that I pulled out of the rock the other day. I keep just digging more and more out of the rock, and that's a bunch of little perfect Herkimers.
Are those the ones that came out of the vinegar soak, or just coming out of the rock?
No, so the vinegar soak's still going on. It doesn't have any quite that big, but it's got some in it. Actually, I need to go check on that after this and probably let it soak in water while we're out of town. So, yeah, I guess to somewhat wrap it up, maybe we'll do the best and worst next time because I didn't really do research on that and even look at what my stats were on the videos. Did you?
I mean, I know my best one.
Yeah.
um, my worst one probably the what was it, episode 14 of the live Geode Kraken that had like 67 views.
Yeah.
I think for me, I mean, we could save it for next time if you don't know yours, because I mean, I know mine, but
Yeah, I mean, I guess somewhat to stick on today's theme, we can make that a theme for next time. Best and worst cabs, best and worst videos, best and worst live streams.
yes,
We'll do a best and worst for next time.
cool with that.
Cool.
Sweet. Oh,
Yeah. And like just to stick with this is not in my best or worst of cabs, but this was my first ever cab. And it was the Seahorse. It didn't look anything like a Seahorse when I started. It's like a little piece of Montana agate, but after I polished into it, it ended up looking like a Seahorse.
that's awesome.
I love that one. The light just comes through it. Oh, in such a great way. But like, even the little stripes on the nose make it look like an actual seahorse.
So cool.
Yeah, that one is sweet. So that was my first cab. Here you can see it in some more normal light. It's got the.
I have to try and remember what my first one was. I'm sure I still have it. I haven't sold very many cabs at all.
Yeah, I will never get rid of this one. I mean, you can't get rid of your first cab. That's just crazy.
This first, this one here is my first real polish. This is in an Indiana geode. I'm pretty confident that's agate, at least moss or plume.
Yeah, it looks like something like. Yeah, I call it agate.
I don't know. Somebody tried to tell me it was quartzite, and I'm like, what? Where's quartzite? Quartzite doesn't look like that. But that was, look at that. Look how stinking good I did.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? Like I mentioned earlier, a lot of my inspiration for my channel and stuff came from Taylor and from Rookie Rockhound. And before I was able to get my flat lap, I got a orbital sander like him. So that one I just showed you guys, I did on an orbital sander.
This was like one of the like my third or fourth piece. It was a free form, but it was a chunk of graveyard plume. and I thought it looked kind of like a little seaweed bed for the seahorse.
Oh yeah, dude, that's so awesome. I love it.
Actually, I've got my black light here. I wonder if this guy has got some. Look at it in the UV.
Oh, I bet it does. And then we're about into the last 5 minutes. So while we're looking at this, if anybody's got any questions you want answered now during the live, but we are, if Chris is cool with it, but I think we're probably wrapping it once we hit the 90-minute mark. That's going to be our goal, unless it's a discussion topic and it's going to go longer. But we're going to try. That's why we've got the handy dandy little pads, because we both have ADHD brains. So good job to us for keeping it under 90 today.
Right, that was actually pretty good. I'm
planning to make the pie. I really wanted to make it to bring to my in-laws for Christmas, but then I just spent a couple extra $100 on a car battery that I wasn't anticipating. So
here, let me give them this. Here's a pie. Nice big slice of pie. Nice chalcedony pie.
Ooh, yeah. This is Wiley. This is my coyote skull, and this is just a deer antler that I keep. One day I'll get another antler that is identical, and I'll be able to like glue it together, and it'll be pretty sick.
Probably. Oh, we said bye too soon. My stats just say a few people left. Don't leave. We're not done. I guess we're wrapping up. But yeah, it does.
I still show 10.
Yeah, mine was. It just said 15. I don't know why. Maybe it was lagging on the number.
Let's see what else.
It's been weird and jumping up and down. But yeah, next time we'll make a little plan just like today, and we'll do best and worst videos, best and worst cabs, best and worst for next time will be our theme. And y'all can leave comments on this one and talk to us in the Discord, and talk about other things you might want to see on the next episode.
This one's from Keokuk.
Oh, that is awesome. I love the druzy and the coral. It's
Geodized Lithostrontianella coral. It's in the family of Petoskey. It's a little different. The difference, from what I understand, is these ones, when it's an actual coral, have these little nubs in the centers, and Petoskey's do not.
Yeah.
I might be right. I might be wrong. Probably a little bit of both. Nice, druzy. This was sent in from the mystery subscriber who's hooked us up with many things. The mystery subscriber has also who sent us all these Native American artifacts. Like this one is a spear, almost complete. That's what he's running to grab. This one is my favorite that he gave me. The point on this one is crazy. He actually let me. I got the chance to, along with Greg. I know Greg's not here. He went back to work, I think. But when I got to go camping with Greg and my brother and my sister-in-law, we actually stayed on the mystery subscriber's property, which I can't remember if he likes to be named or not. So I'm just going to leave it as mystery subscriber. He's not hanging out today.
But, yeah, as far as I remember, no, they don't want to be named from what you had said before. And
yeah, then it's just too many people trying to take advantage. Oh, hey, Greg. Yeah, Greg knows where we stayed. But these are all pieces from that fella.
Look you can see the spear notch on this one.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
Yeah, this is from my mystery. I don't remember if it's the same guy or not. We might have to talk about that later.
It is.
It is? Okay, that's what I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
That's why I grabbed these. I'm like, it's the same guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to stay on his property. And we got to go and look for geodes, and we poked around on the property too and looked for some artifacts. Unfortunately, we didn't find any. So really quick.
Yeah. And he had said,
I told you guys.
Now I recall.
I told you guys that
he said, I don't care if you guys He just doesn't want people knowing where the stuff came from, and doesn't want people hitting him up and begging him for stuff. And all. Yeah, I totally get it.
But
oh wow,
we
dude!
got some Jeeps.
I guess you've got a stockpile.
But come on, these gloves. I told you the streams were coming back with the Geocracken, and we are stocked up. We're ready to go. We can do streams all the way up till springtime. We've got enough for it. So live stream Geocracken will be back soon. I'll make some more official posts on my channel regarding the break and things like that after the holidays, I think. Or I don't know, maybe today. Probably should do it before the holidays so people don't think I disappeared. But
yeah, just make a post and maybe a short video as well, because not a lot of people actually look at the community posts.
Yeah, I think I'll try and wrap it into a. Oh yeah, I'm ready for the apocalypse.
Show a little video. Show what you just showed us. Show just a short clip and be like, "Don't you all worry. There's plenty of Geocracken to come, but I'm going to take a short break for the holidays." You know, some jazz.
Oh yeah, I like it. I'm probably gonna film that right now because I'm gonna be too cold to come back out here any other time. So I'm gonna film that right right when we wrap, and go from there. But thank you guys for hanging out. I feel like very proud. Now we've gone a little over. That's my fault. I figured that was gonna happen.
All good. Outro yet. So yeah, those who are watching in the future, those who aren't already subscribed, go be sure to check out GeoCracker as well, because we are dual streaming, which is an awesome new feature on YouTube, and it will be switching every other week. We will be streaming, and odd episodes will be on GeoCracker's channel. Even episodes will be on my channel. So we'll see y'all every other week for that. And until then, take care. Happy holidays. Y'all stay warm out there. Bundle up like Tyler is now.
Oh yeah, I uncovered my legs. Now I'm chilly. You guys are so funny. Happy holidays to everybody. I'm planning to make a little short. We'll share around Christmas time. I'm gonna record it with the kiddos and say happy holidays to everybody. But yeah, until then, thanks for hanging out, everyone. And if you're curious and you're watching now and you're like, "Where's episode 1?" Like Rufo just said, it's over on my channel. So be sure to click the link down in the description below that he's got for my channel, and vice versa.
Which I have to add after this, actually. So once it processes, I'll add the link, I think.
It will be there at some point. If not, Geocracker Collector, you'll find me. But yeah.
All right. I'll see y'all down in the Grand.
Oh, I'm all right. I'm going to get this video filmed. I'm going to go inside, and I think I might take a hot shower and then eat some soup.
All right. Later, y'all. Have a good one.